Hey everyone, you're listening to 4Player Podcast, a weekly live show about video games. We hope you'll stick around for another year of gaming discussion, fantasy critic hijinks, and of course, general shenanigans here at 4Player. Before we start this episode, we want to send a thank you out to everyone who listens and give a quick welcome to any newbies. I'll try to keep this short because this is, and always will be, an ad-free show. We've been at this since 2008, so if you like what we do, please subscribe and leave a review on your preferred podcast service. Join us in our Discord at discord.gg/4player, or, if you're so inclined, throw us a couple bucks a month on Patreon. We record these episodes live every Tuesday night on twitch.tv/4playerpodcast, all spelled out, and episodes hit podcast services on Friday morning. You can find all the links you need at 4playernetwork.com. But enough about that, let's get started. You're getting a lot of clean cuts lately of me saying terrible things. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 845. It is August 19th, 2025. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, joined tonight by Brad Simons.
Yo, what up?
Christopher Guthridge.
Hello.
Christopher Davis.
I am also here. Hello.
And Joseph Christ. I'm just kidding. Sorry. We were...
That is going to be so rude to the audio listeners. You should apologize.
I know. People are probably going to be really upset about that. But I will say this. Joseph did pop into our chat while we were recording last week, and we gave him an open invite. So maybe one day he'll bless us with his presence and we can catch up and talk about video games with our good pal.
Or he'll just do what Jaeger does and pops in just to play the fart sound effect and then just disappears.
I don't think Joseph would do that. That's purely like Jaeger behavior, or Carlos behavior even. But you know, we'll see what happens. Maybe keep an eye out for that. But hey, welcome. We're here to talk about video games as we do. It's actually today's the beginning of Gamescom, which I'm gonna be honest, that shit snuck up on me. I thought that was next week until about an hour and a half before opening night live today. That's how out of touch I am at the moment. As you put it earlier, I'm in my Dexter echo chamber, and that's where I'm happiest.
I don't think I'm caught up. I'm not caught up. I know I'm not caught up.
It is where I'm happiest. In fact, I have to stay up tonight after this podcast recording to finish my review of the latest episode. So let's get this fucking show
guys,
on the road.
Crispy has a question though. Crispy has a question.
What's up, Crispy?
It looks like he's the one doing the arm thing.
Actually,
I watched a couple episodes of Alien Earth.
Oh yeah,
after I realized it was Timothy Oliphant instead of Timothy Chalamet.
Yes, and his character's pretty great. What'd you think of Alien Earth?
Pretty good.
I think it is hubris, folly.
It's definitely, yeah, exactly. It is definitely like, oh man, like no matter what alien thing you're doing, I'm never gonna like show or movie or whatever. I'm always gonna be uncomfortable with the choices people are making, and maybe that's on purpose.
Wait. You mean like creative choices of the people behind?
No,
the
not
scenes
creative
making,
choices. I mean like the choices of the people,
the characters
in the universe. I'm so uncomfortable with the choices they're making, like more so than others. It's not like I'm just watching a horror movie going, don't go in there. It's like everyone is making questionable decisions and I just want to go. I don't know. But it's pretty good.
That's factual. Yeah.
It's like they're pulling it off because like, obviously it's a TV show with a TV show budget, but like, the times when they go lo-fi, it's like okay because like Alien is kind of lo-fi or low budget, you know what I mean? Alien is kind of, not like the sleekest sort of sci-fi universe, so I'm
when it's at its best, anyways. I feel like it. It goes for that vibe. Also, somebody pointed this out to me the other day, and also I met somebody else over the weekend that also shares my love of Alien 3. It was very, very exciting.
I mean, mathematically, that is possible.
Yeah, there are dozens of us. That's
a high number for you to put out there.
Somebody pointed out, I didn't realize this after watching 2 episodes of Alien Earth. I was like, I kind of like, I'm really digging like the alien, like something about the alien like design or movement, even though it's very familiar. And I was like, oh, this is like the first one in since maybe Alien 3, where it's like the alien primarily runs on all fours, which I thought was interesting.
true?
I think I mean, maybe not. I mean, I'm sure they've done it. And in fact, they did it in like Alien Covenant. I think it was primarily running on all fours. But I like that alien as well.
I've not watched the last couple of Alien movies. I don't think. What was the last?
Alien
so I didn't
Covenant.
watch.
Oh, Romulus was the last.
I didn't
one.
watch Romulus. Was there
Alien
one before
Covenant.
that?
There was Prometheus, Alien Covenant, which are the two prequels, and
I
then
watched
Romulus,
those too.
which is
Okay, I didn't watch
Like,
Romulus.
you didn't watch Romulus? That's like the
I didn't
best
see
one
it
since
either.
like what?
I thought Alien Earth was the best one since whatever.
Well, Alien Earth. Well, first of all, we've only seen 2 out of like 8 or 10 episodes of Alien Earth, so
Yeah,
like
true.
anything could happen. But like Alien Romulus is like a really good like alien film.
I've
So,
heard that. I just haven't seen any of them since Prometheus.
I've also been watching King of the Hill, which is pretty all right. I will say they have replaced some voice actors. There have been deaths in the real world, yes,
Mhm.
but they made. I don't even want to bring it up. It's not a.
You
There
have
was
my
a certain
attention.
character on that show who was voiced by a white man, and he probably should not have been voiced by a white man. And the replacement sounds really different.
I know who you're talking about because they replaced him with Ronnie. What's his face?
So I didn't know who the replacement actor was.
He's a comedian. He's like what? He's
Khan.
like a Daily
Connie's
Show
father,
guy. Yeah,
Khan.
Khan.
I thought you were going to say
He was a Daily Show guy.
His voice was kind of,
He has a
But,
very
like-
distinct voice. It was a weird, like, yeah.
I mean, it's not good. It doesn't fly in 2025. But the new one, the new Khan, the new
Ronnie Chang.
He's not a previously of the Daily Show. He is currently on the Daily Show.
I do like that, like
Oh, yeah.
comedian, actor, whatever. But his the new voice sounds so different, and I'm just frustrated. But like, I shouldn't be frustrated because the previous one was just sort of racist. So I don't know, but the vibes were off a little bit.
Is this like I'm not as familiar with
King of the Hill.
King of the
It's an
Hill
old-timer.
as
Nick
is
doesn't
it?
watch anime.
I mean, I've seen lots of
He's-
it, but like in
His
bits and pieces.
Laotian
Is-
neighbor, Connie's father.
Yeah.
Is this like the same
Khan
situation
Jr.
as like is there like a parallel between like this and the like Apu situation in The Simpsons?
A little
Kinda?
bit.
I
A little bit,
guess,
yeah.
yeah.
A little bit.
Didn't
You're not
they have
wrong.
kind of the same thing with
I don't know what I thought. I don't know what's going on with the Simpsons, but I'm just assuming they replaced Apu is just not on the show anymore.
I think they wrote him off the show
Yeah, he's off the
Okay.
show.
Yeah. Okay.
rather than replace him.
Yeah,
They
this
just
is
wrote
not
him
what
off.
happened here.
He left the
But
show
anyways,
like 3
yeah,
or
if you
4
like
years
King of
ago.
the Hill, King of the Hill's kind of back. It's fine. I think King of the Hill, like this version of King of the Hill, is better than maybe like the last couple seasons of regular King of the Hill. So,
Okay. I mean, they've got a lot of fresh
Comfy.
material to work with. Like
comfy. Well,
when you've done 13 seasons of a show, like you get long in the tooth.
it's some of their original stuff that's working for me, like how Bobby. Well, whatever. We don't need to talk about King of the Hill. You aren't King of the Hill heads.
This is a video game podcast. Let's
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about the
First-
real
hey,
topic
Part
here.
of our blood.
Oh.
I'm the only one who's keeping up with you in this conversation.
Sorry.
What about Weapons? I fucking saw Weapons. Anybody else see that?
No, I don't go to movie theaters. Come on.
I don't have any money.
I mean, when it comes to streaming, I'm there.
I haven't seen
well, I
any
guess
of
I'll-
Superman.
I guess
adult
I'll keep that to
responsibilities.
myself.
I can't just go to the fucking movie theater every night.
I heard it was really good opening night, and then by the next day, I think I had most of the movie spoiled for me. So
Ah,
That's
that sucks.
unfortunate. It is another pretty crazy banger movie from the creator of Barbarian, which I also fucking loved. So
from the
highly recommend it.
This guy says from the creator of Barbarian instead of just saying from Zach Krager, the guy who wrote
Oh.
Sex Robot.
Okay. Well, also from The Whitest Kids You Know, right? Or is he involved in The Whitest Kids You Know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
That's a crazy piece of millennial lore missing from your background, Nick.
Nah, that was never
Insane.
Nick's lane. Come on.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was everybody's lane for a minute. Like,
Look, I'm just making the association that I like my first true Zach Kreger experience was Barbarian, and I loved it. And this is the next thing in line for me. So those are my two references. And
I like
think it's
Barbarian when it was
fantastic.
a story on a horror story podcast I listened to, and it was clearly stolen from that, and no one's talking about it. Whatever.
Right. Okay.
Sure.
Let's get down to business.
I need
folks.
to start a
There's-
fucking Reddit thread because theft happened.
theft. All right, let's get down to business. We're going to focus mainly today on Gamescom because opening night live was today. There's also some other news that's kind of like tangentially related to Gamescom or kind of in the vicinity of Gamescom. I don't know. Maybe we should start there. I guess the first thing I want to point out before we start kind of just talking about the games that were like shown off and announced at opening night live, there was news that broke before opening night live that Team Cherry announced that there's going to be news coming about there's going to be a big update about Hollow Knight Silksong coming on Thursday.
Dude, not just that, but Jason Schreier has the story, which is crazy. Because a lot of like
it's going to break through Jason Schreier, or is that what you're saying?
So
or?
well, no. So there's a Team Cherry stream, but Jason Schreier also has a story about like what's been going on with Team Cherry over the past
Okay.
7 years.
Cool.
Is
which
that
is
article
like-
out, or is it?
No. That is like right after the Thursday thing is I think
Okay.
when that story goes live, which is exciting because there's been a big question mark with what the fuck has been going on with Team Cherry for all these years.
I mean, it
There
makes
was
a lot of sense. Yeah.
There was the delay from a couple of years ago with the Microsoft thing, and I don't know. That's exciting because there's been a lot of headcanon, I feel like, with the development of Silksong and why
what is
it's never gonna come out. And
What is the answer going to be? That's like
I don't know. I'm interested. Well, you mean like how
it's going to
can
be
the-
like
the-
business stuff. It's going to be like
I
they
I mean I
they
don't
had
know. I don't know. But
significant losses in 3 quarters in a row. Like I don't know.
I mean,
I think
probably
the-
part of it
Jason
is
Schreier's
the
stuff-
pandemic happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
But like the point is, it's been a
Did
big
someone
fucking
die?
question mark to the point where, like, it's become like a meme to the point where people stop trusting it. Like this must be in development hell and all this. Like
Like,
because
literally-
we're quiet. Because Team Cherry doesn't
literally
act
right
like every
up
other
to the
indie dev.
right up to the beginning of opening night live. Like they literally pretty much opened the show with the Hollow Knight kind of like tease of the announcement at opening night live, and like right up until that point, the opening night live pre-show is making jokes and gags about Silksong being fake or in
Real.
development hell or what have you. So like, yeah, it makes sense. I hope the answer is a little bit more interesting than, well, the pandemic really fucked us all up. I'm
If
sure
you-
there's way more to it than that.
There's definitely more to it, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely. If you find
I mean,
yourself,
I don't think
with a-
Jason Schreier would be bothering with the article if that was
You
the
you
extent
cut
of
out
it.
a little bit there, Nick.
Yeah, you did.
I will. Kind
Uh-oh.
of like
It's okay. We'll
like
figure it
from
out.
like 2 months ago cut out, but I don't know. Listen,
Literally haven't touched on
Silksong is a crazy thing, right? There are backers of Hollow Knight that are going to get Silksong for free.
Yep.
Did you know that? Because Silksong was
fuck.
like a stretch goal for Hollow Knight, which was a Kickstarter that made like $60,000 because Hollow Knight was not a huge deal when it was a Kickstarter. It was a successful Kickstarter, but like a small scale one. And when that game came out, it was not enormous. It kind of built momentum over the months and year that followed till, it kind of hit like a tipping point when it released on the Switch, right? But
Right.
like the thing about Team Cherry is they're not like Silksong was at an E3 that was attended by like Nick and like the
Me.
last E3, right? I mean, he's
Yeah.
stupid and he didn't actually play it, but there were people that went to that E3
I was in the line.
that played Silksong. And the crazy part is because Silksong was originally just going to be DLC for Hollow Knight. And it came out like, and this was like 2 years after Hollow Knight released, right? But here's the thing. Team Cherry also released 3 DLCs for Hollow Knight in that 2 years. They were a developer that was like getting shit out there. So for them to go like kind of off the grid and not having a game for a very long time, especially after the whole Microsoft thing, where like, wait, I thought the game was supposed to be out, and then another year passed and another year passed. Like something happened there, and it's definitely I'm definitely curious. So I don't know.
Just for the record, I was in line. I don't know why I ultimately didn't end up playing. What you decided to play instead of Silksong would only embarrass you. So don't even try to
don't even
probably.
yeah.
That is, I mean, I couldn't tell you what it is because I don't remember what it was. But yeah, I'm kind of ashamed.
What could it be? You got out of line to play like.
It was at the Nintendo booth, and it was 2019 because that was the last E3.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the Xbox Theater because if it was,
no.
I bet it was the Ninja Theory brawler that came and died.
Oh no, hell no.
Blood, whatever it was called.
No. Definitely not that. I was in line at the Nintendo booth, and I never made it to a kiosk to play Silksong, but I played something, and I'm trying to remember what was Nintendo's big thing at 2019's E3 2019, and whatever that was, it was probably that. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. The point is, there's going to be an announcement on Thursday, and there's going to be, I'm sure, a lot revealed. But Jeff Keighley,
and we know it's coming out this year.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley has said 100% confirmed. Hollow Knight Silksong is coming 2025. What do you think the odds are?
We knew that already from the Microsoft, the last Microsoft event. We did.
I didn't buy it. I didn't.
First
buy
of all, it's been at multiple showcases with 2025 and big bold numbers.
I don't care.
Also, they said when the next Xbox PC handheld launches, it's going to have Silksong, and it's launching this year. The thing is, the reason people are like, that can't be real, is because it's become a meme. And the meme became bigger than the actual, like, whatever the fuck was going on with the game. To the point where Team Cherry couldn't just say things and people believed them. You know, they were literally had 2025 in multiple showcases, and everyone was like, no. Yeah. And it's frustrating. Like, did you know that Silksong, in this, I'm not trying to get into Fantasy Critic, but like every year that like the counter rate for Silksong has gone up. Think about that.
Yeah.
As time passed, people countered it more. But if you believe that Silksong was actually a real video game that was going to come out, it doesn't make sense that the chance of it coming out would go down. So why is the counter pick rate going up?
You're playing a little, you know, it's risk reward situation here, and obviously the risk of screwing yourself by counter picking goes up.
Yes.
Goes up, but
dramatically.
I mean,
every year it was only going to be more likely to come out because it was just a video game that was going.
We live in a postmodern hellscape, and everything is vibes and memes.
Oh, wow! But I'm just saying,
everything's about the optics and the vibes.
The counter pick rate was 50%.
Not about.
I mean, I'm not crazy.
of leagues had someone countering Silksong.
Yeah,
I'm not crazy enough to say I would ever counter pick it.
I think people out here,
that is
like,
absurd.
do you understand the fucking idiots you share this planet with?
I was fully prepared to have my league completely tanked this year, more than it already has, because Silksong didn't come out. Because since we started playing Silksong, it has been the number 1 draft pick 3 times. And I know I get it. Your argument on optics makes sense. Like, logically speaking, it becomes more and more likely it's going to release every year. But I just, you know, at this point, I was just kind of like, I didn't have much faith. They've been very, very quiet about it. But whatever. I don't want to sit here and debate that. The point is, there's going to be an announcement on Thursday. I'm guessing they're going to give us the release date. I mean, if they don't, I'm going to go right back into denial.
It's possible. So there are rumors that it could be
a
shadow drop. It could be.
That would be crazy.
If it is the number 1 wishlisted game on Steam. Like this, it didn't need a showcase. It did. There was some talk about this, but like no one really knows how many copies Hollow Knight has sold, but on Steam alone, there's like over 400,000 reviews. And like there are like tracking, there are sites that track things based on various statistics, like, oh, how many achievements do people have, and how many people have achievements in this game, and shit like that, to where like they've deduced that on Steam alone, it's probably sold like 10 to 15 million copies, which is crazy because we know that on Switch, it was also incredibly successful, much less other systems, right? So like, it's one of probably the most successful, like non-multiplayer indie games of all time.
I will say this. If they shadow drop Hollow Knight this week, rest in peace, any chance of me finishing Death Stranding 2. It's just not in the cards, and that is sad. It's so
weird that those things two are interlinked. But
I just I don't have the time. I can't do both. I literally can't do both.
But it's August
with Ghost of Yote, Silent Hill F alone next month. Or no, I guess Ghost of Yote is October.
Well, how much Death Stranding 2 have you played?
Only about 12 hours still. I've barely touched it. I'm trying to get through Donkey Kong
But what if you start playing Silent Hill and you're like, this is kind of whack. I'm going back to that other game that I really like.
I mean, I am trying to do the thing where I'm being honest with myself when I'm playing a game, and if I'm not really feeling it, I'm trying to put it aside. I've done that more this year than I think I've ever done before. So I'm going to continue doing that.
Okay. You can always go back. You know what game I've been playing the past week? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Fantastic.
You can just go back to a game. It just, I didn't have time earlier this year because of Monster Hunter. Now I have time, and it's good.
I don't have time is the problem.
You do. No,
I don't. Dude, I don't know what's going on. I'm drowning. I'm literally drowning. Okay. So the other news.
It's a hell of your own making.
Yeah,
what do you want me to do, guys? What do you want me to do?
Play.
I'm going to throw you a life preserver. Just like you won't.
This is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. I am too tired. I don't even. You know what? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to have a conversation.
Playing Octopath Traveler 2 is my answer to your.
And I've only played about 8 to 10 hours of that. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Of an 80-hour
You're gonna die because they don't stop releasing Dexter spinoffs.
I would. I mean, honestly, I'm in a much happier place when I'm focused on Dexter than I am thinking about all the fucking video games that I don't have time to play. No, dude. No, I'm living my best fucking life right now. Okay.
We all.
The other news I wanted to talk about.
You're gooning for Dexter, Nick. Just admit it.
I mean, sure. If that's what you want me to say. Gooning for Dexter. That's the title of this week's episode.
Thank you for the clean read on that too. Appreciate
Michael C. Hall, dude.
He's a handsome man. What do you want me to say?
I mean, yeah.
I still don't fully understand. You know what? Never mind. We've had this conversation. Let's go on. I want to just briefly talk about because the other kind of big news that's been breaking like today has to do with Bioshock 4, which has still not been revealed
at all. So what is going on?
Still not been revealed yet, but apparently there's been a lot of troubles behind the scenes in terms of like not hitting or not rising to the studio's expectations or to the publisher's expectations. So there's been some shuffling of the team, and they're bringing new people in to like take creative control of the project. The big name I'm seeing floated today is Rod Ferguson, who came in and who worked on Bioshock Infinite and Diablo 4. Is that accurate?
He's done a lot more than that, but yeah. So
yeah,
Rod Ferguson announced several weeks ago that he was leaving Blizzard because Diablo 4 development had basically concluded.
Right.
And he did not mention where he was going to go. The next week is when the news came out about Bioshock 4 and the issues Cloud Chamber was experiencing. The skills Cloud Chamber and 2K were making was that the gameplay was good, but they didn't have a good story, which I refuse to fucking believe. So,
you don't know.
I mean, I don't know, but like after like 9 years of development, like you got to have something. So yesterday, or
games still ain't out.
Yesterday, we got news about Cloud Chamber experiencing some layoffs. We don't know the scale of those, but in place of that, suddenly we have Rod Ferguson coming on to come on and finish Bioshock 4,
closer.
evidently, like he closed out Bioshock Infinite and Diablo 4.
I still
Those work
Hang
out.
on, wait. I played Bioshock Infinite and Diablo 4.
Disappointing.
They sucked. Like when they came out.
Okay,
they were not good.
okay. Can I?
It's not
Can
about
I
the
step in
quality
here
of the
for a
game.
second here?
It's about getting the product on the market.
Oh, that's what
am I
I
gonna-
care about for sure.
I
Is
will
getting the
never.
product on the market.
I will never understand the vitriol that Bioshock Infinite gets.
Go play it again, please. Go play it
I
again.
will.
I
Don't
play it again
fucking
this
tempt
year.
me, bro.
I'm somewhere
Don't
in
Fucking
between.
play it
tempt me.
again this year, and then tell me that you think
All right.
that's a good game.
All right.
Don't tempt
I will.
Nick. He's got no
I,
time.
no, dude. I played through Bioshock 1 and 2 in the last year. I have been meaning to start up Infinite. I'll do it. Don't test me.
May I
want you
remind
to,
you
Nick.
that Death Stranding 2
I want you to go back.
is a
and
Hideo Kojima
experience-
game and developed in Japan.
I
Yeah.
want you to experience those moments that I know you forgot about.
Bioshock
and go
Infinite.
like, oh yeah, this is weird and dumb.
the problem with Bioshock Infinite is that Bioshock Infinite is a good game. It's not the great game they promised, and the DLC for it is like a middle step between the two. So like everyone comes off in every way disappointed in some way.
Eh.
But the story for me, I love the story.
I really enjoyed Bioshock Infinite. I even know somebody who describes himself as that's his favorite game of all time. They exist.
Yeah, but,
There are
you know.
there are dozens of them, I'm sure.
There are more Bioshock Infinite super fans than there are Alien 3 super fans. So
Look, I know
probably
that I
not
just
true.
said I don't have time, but I will make the stupid decision to put more current games aside to replay through
You
Bioshock.
just said you played it in the past year.
I played Bioshock 1 and 2 in the past year, and I did
You
not
should stream
immediately
it.
start
That would
up.
be a good streaming game.
Yeah,
I
stream
feel
it
like.
again.
No, you just want to do that so you can get it on tape when I realize that, oh fuck, I was wrong.
No,
That's
I
what
would
you-
not even watch most of that stream, but others might. I don't even give a shit about Bioshock. I like Bioshock 1, and Bioshock 2 was all right. Infinite, I didn't really like, but I didn't really. I have been like not caring about what's going to happen with the future of Bioshock for a very long time, and I will continue to not really care. If they put out a game and it's like cool as fuck, and people say, yo, you should play this, I will play it. But I mean, being invested in anything that's happening with Bioshock is so far from what I give a shit about at this point. You know, like put a game in front of me or stop it, because I'm so tired of hearing about anything related to Bioshock, especially like, oh, from people who worked on Bioshock, by the way.
Yeah,
has
give us
been-
Judas.
But not even that.
Jesus.
I'm saying like that was, but people who worked on quote unquote Bioshock have gone to like 40 different teams, and every time they put out a trailer for a new game they're working on, they're like, from people who brought you Bioshock, and I'm like, just shut the fuck up. No one cares anymore.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't
That's
know.
fair. All right, moving right
Also, Ken
along.
Levine's stupid.
Moving
Sorry,
right along.
Chris Davis.
Look, I just want to hit some of the highlights of Gamescom opening night live, and then Brad, I'll let you talk about your game because I know you did bring a game tonight, right? You did bring a game you wanted to talk about tonight.
Yes.
he did.
Okay.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Cool.
Did you bring a game
Um,
you wanted to talk about tonight? You want to talk about a game tonight, Brad? Did you bring a game?
What are these highlights?
Brad,
I
did
need
you
to see
bring
the
it?
actual list to see if my highlights line up with Nick's
Well,
highlights.
if you have highlights that I don't have, by all means, bring them up. There were a couple things from the pre-show I think were worth mentioning. We watched the trailer during Trailer Talk for Long Gone, which is that indie game that we said was kind of that like heavily kind of like colorful pixelated indie game that is kind of giving Last of Us vibes, but also looks like it takes place like all within like a single house. It's kind of what it seems like, or the front yard. I'm not
that
entirely
I
makes
sure.
it more
think that's
interesting,
just
I
the
think,
first
actually.
level, man. I don't think.
I mean,
we're
I
getting,
think
like
you're
a 12
prob-
minutes thing.
Yeah, I it's just weird because the whole trailer is kind of like framed to make it look like it's all within that one space, but I would be kind of surprised if that ends up being the case. But it does look neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a really good look to it. It described it as kind of like a narrative adventure game, but it also had like an inventory and seems like it has combat and stuff. It also has like a little bit more humor to it than I suppose. Like it's a zombie game, but like there was some kind of like physical comedy things going on in the trailer. So I don't know. That looked pretty neat. But the next thing I had on my list, and again, Brad, if I missed something, please insert whenever.
You already missed something, but continue.
Okay, go. Hit me.
No,
I
don't want to hit you.
Hit me, goddammit.
I got
That's your
nothing.
best shot.
By the way,
I thought
way,
Resident Evil looked lame. And it was disappointing.
dude, you're getting way. I'm literally going in order. That's what they closed with practically,
order.
and
Let's
I'm
do
at the
order.
very beginning.
Yeah.
I'm still in the fucking pre-show, man. I wrote down Valor Mortis right here, and that I didn't write any notes with that one, so I don't even remember which one that was, because that kind of blurs together with a bunch of the other like Souls like. Oh no,
It's the new game from the developers behind Ghost Runner. You know that parkour cyberpunk game?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Which looks cool. I wrote it down here because I'm pretty sure I wrote it down because it hit the baseline of looks cool, which is all I was going for there. I did skip over. I think Lords of the Fallen 2 was part of the pre-show. And can somebody please explain this to me?
Jaeger, I bet, is just so fucking excited. I bet he cannot wait to play that.
I thought they announced and released Lords of the Fallen 2 years ago. What is going on? Someone explain this to me.
They made
No.
Lords of the Fallen. They made the Lords of the Fallen, and this is the Lords of the Fallen 2.
Are you kidding me? There's a Lords of the Fallen and a The Lords of the Fallen?
There was 2 games in that series before today, and they were both called Lords of the Fallen.
Yep.
That is...
Because it had been such a long time between the two that they just decided to reboot or something. It's so stupid.
That's fascinating. Okay. But here's maybe the biggest thing from the show for me, or the biggest takeaway, the thing I keep thinking about since it ended, which maybe says something about the presentation. I don't know. But Routine. You know the game.
Fuck
Routine.
The
Looks
dream.
so
You know
good.
this was a bad show. If Routine is the highlight.
I mean, you're talking to someone who, like, it ever since it was kind of like re-revealed, it looks like a spiritual successor to fucking Alien Isolation. Like it's got the why is I always
Like the
forget
4
fucking
frame
word.
per second gun camera thing.
Yeah, but like the it's got the lo-fi vibe of a classic Alien and
Tubes
Alien
and
Isolation.
buttons. It's got tubes and buttons.
80s retro sci-fi.
Tubes and buttons. 80s retro sci-fi. I like all these descriptors. It looks like it's Nick Slop all the way. Carlos is probably it's a Carlos meme at this point, right? Like he's been
100%.
I can't tell if he's like actually legitimately excited for it or not, or if it's just been like
What game?
for Routine. Are you with us, Brad? Routine.
Yeah, literally, it's a game he's cared a lot about since it was like announced. The meme is not does he care about it? It's that it's been so long and he's been hurt so many times by its absence.
Yeah.
Like me and Hollow Knight Silksong.
It's an abusive relationship.
No, it's not like that at all. It has nothing to do with Fantasy Critic. He doesn't like he cared about Routine far before. Like it went away for like a very long time, and then it came back, and then it went away for a long time again.
It went away for like
and now
9
for them to
years.
say that it's coming out later this year, like
It's nuts.
No one should trust that.
See, this is one of those things which I feel like flies right in the face of what you just told me I can't do with Team Cherry. You just said nobody should trust anything they say, which is exactly how I felt about Team Cherry with Silksong. But
this
one
is
of
not,
these is
this
bullshit
is not like
and the
a
other is not.
real developer. Like this developer didn't release like a beloved game. Like for all we know, this was just always vaporware. There's no reason to trust this developer. We have lots of reason to trust Team Cherry with a sequel to Hollow Knight. This has just always been like, is it even a video game? Is it even going to be a good one? It was just a trailer that people liked. That's it.
And it is a pretty cool looking trailer.
Situation.
It is a pretty cool trailer. Something apparently related to Routine is coming in late 2025.
Okay, well, whatever. That's Nick Slop and Carlos's passion, but whatever. Real news, I think, was the Monster Hunter / Final Fantasy 14 collab stuff. I think that's a big deal because they've done it before.
This is pretty.
It was
they've done
hyped
this before, right?
They did it with
They've
World. They
done
did
it-
it with World.
Did they have anything in World that was
Yes,
from Final
yes.
Fantasy? I don't remember that.
Extreme Behemoth.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and then they had the Rathalos fight. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
But this is
Yeah,
sick.
they've done this crossover before, and it was like sick in both games, and it looks like it's going to be sick again. Part of it's going to be chocobos, which is nice because sacrets are kind of stupid, and I'd rather just be riding a chocobo, which I will. Especially because you couldn't turn like their feathers and everything like just yellow. It was you never could pull off the real chocobo look, I feel like, but I don't know. It's gonna be cool. I hope there's lots of cool little Final Fantasy things and like
They
maybe
showed a
some music
cactuar.
ditties and stuff. I don't know. Like, is there going to be a hunting horn from this Omega weapon that's going to be in Monster Hunter that plays like a Final Fantasy ditty when you're Tootin'? That would be amazing.
Pretty cool.
I have
That
so
would
many
be pretty
questions
cool.
about.
The hunting
What
horn?
you
Do you
just
know what a
said.
hunting horn is?
Yeah, but something about
I don't.
a ditty while you're tootin'. I don't.
Yeah.
You know
I don't
what
follow
hunting
that
is?
terminology.
Well, if you're
when
doing
you
a duty
play-
while you're tooting, then you're probably on the potty.
Depending on like the hunting horn you have equipped, you make different like musical sounds when you play the hunting horn, which is sick.
That's how it applies buffs to your teammates. That's the whole point
Yeah,
of the
but
weapon thing.
I'm just questioning the choice of terminology.
Dude,
Whatever. That's,
Diddy
the
while you're
new like village, the new like or like hunting horn, village hunting horn, whatever, is a giant saxophone, and it's one of the coolest designs.
It's a saxophone.
I just, I see this trailer and I'm happy for you 14 people and
here it
you
comes.
and you Monster Hunter people,
Here
but
it
I'm like,
comes.
they could have chosen like a more iconic Final Fantasy monster to fight. Like,
Oh,
Dude,
what-
you
do
are
a,
so
a
out of your element
Marlboro,
right now.
do a
just you
do
are
like
so
one of the
out your
weapons from
element
Final
right now.
Fantasy VII. You know, like something
yeah,
that's
they should do something from
distinct
that
and-
30-year-old game that no one will shut the fuck up about.
Yeah, that is that made it's like
Not the
one
game
thing
that's
Square
like
Enix right now that's
currently
making them a lot of
keeping
money.
the company alive.
This is not a crossover with Final Fantasy the series. It's a crossover with Final Fantasy 14, the MMO.
that was so.
which they've
Yeah,
done
for
before.
which Malboros are part of those, for example.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's
an
not like
integral part of the identity of that game.
yeah. It's like
is Marlboro.
you know, like
But
like
it
we're-
is an enemy that like is the
You're
most
right.
one
no,
of the most
Chris,
threatening
you're
in
right.
all of
They
Final
should
Fantasy,
take
though.
all these fucking Monster Hunter pussies and put them in Arm Vale and see how they like that. That's what they should do. They should be fighting fucking Marlboros and dealing with gold bile and fucking thorns and whatever, and that would be a good. I would do that. That would be sick.
they're just like neither are your lane, Chris Davis.
I
But
know.
I love that you have a comment.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Love that you
Always happy to provide
feel
my opinion where
compelled
it's not wanted. You're
to
welcome.
talk.
That was
It's like
so...
we're giving them our flagship monster from the latest Monster Hunter Wilds, and you want them to
You
give
got
us
that-
a fucking Marlboro.
You got some.
Come
real,
on, dog.
Yeah.
Some
Dude,
real.
that's just a random enemy.
Some
Give me,
real
like, a
white
real
boomer
enemy.
dad energy of like, well, you know, if it were up to me, I think.
Well, if you were to
That-
look at Crispy's background, you would realize that's my energy tonight.
By the way, I cannot. When I'm not looking at Crispy on this podcast tonight, like when I'm focusing on Brad or Chris Davis, I literally think Crispy has his hand up, like he's waiting.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Chris Davis? There's like little
Yeah.
Chris Davis and then big
Big
Chris
me.
Davis.
No, but now I won't be able to unsee that.
And when
Uh,
Crispy leans far enough back, like he just disappears, and so it's
Yeah.
just me.
It's just
There you
Chris
go.
Davis, and then
Right
I'm just eternally confused.
Video calling in from a different platform.
Yeah. To check in with Ice
right.
Cube.
Yeah, yeah. People who watch us, who are watching us live, know what we're talking about.
The
It's probably
point, the
very
fact of the
confusing.
matter is, this is very exciting. This is amazing. This is a momentous occasion for both the Monster Hunter and the Final Fantasy XIV community, of which I am a part of both. I'm very excited. There's also going to be a Fender cross promotion before this happens, so we
That's
can get
stupid.
guitars in Monster
That's
Hunter.
stupid.
Hell yeah!
Let's
Dude,
get a
I just
giant
got the
Thunderberry.
dude.
Since
I'm
they
playing
moved
Death
up all
Stranding
the
2, and I just got the fucking guitar weapon, and it is
Whoa.
so sick. Like,
Spoilers.
I want that in every game now. That's so cool.
Put a giant Thunderberry in Monster Hunter.
I wonder
Wilds.
if there's going to be anything like any other new monsters in Title Update 3. Since they moved up some of the content that was supposed to be in Title Update 3, I hope so.
Is
Just
it the
like
end of
I don't
this
even
month?
care if it's like Silver Rathalos and Gold Rathian. Like just I don't care if it's just give me something. Just give me something hard to fight.
Even
You
if it's
know?
just something you fought before in this game already.
Wait, in Monster Hunter?
Yeah, like you said, silver
No,
and gold
has
Rathalos.
Monster Hunter has like a ton of returning monsters. I mean, that's kind of like
They're different.
core to the
But I'm
series,
talking
right?
like you've already fought these enemies. Now you're just in Monster Hunter Wilds. Now you're just fighting a harder
in other
version.
Monster Hunter games. In other Monster Hunter
This
games.
guy,
okay,
This
okay.
guy trying
Yeah.
so hard to be a Monster Hunter hater.
Yeah, these are variants. They're different hunts, but whatever. I'm saying like they don't have to give me, they don't have to surprise to wow me. I just want new monsters to fight with new weapons and armor and all that.
I do have Monster Hunter Wilds installed on my PC.
Me too, but that doesn't mean
Is-
shit.
Maybe
Okay,
is that a
install it on
threat?
your PS5.
Is that a threat?
From the sounds of things, maybe install it on your Xbox.
I still have Baldur's Gate 3 installed on my PC, if that tells you anything. Okay.
It's overwhelmingly negative on Steam. So
Nick, promise me that
No.
when Silksong comes out, you will not
No.
uninstall Baldur's Gate 3.
Wait, say that again?
That
When
is big.
Silksong comes out, I will not uninstall. I'm not uninstalling Baldur's Gate 3. Period.
I just worry
Until
that you have
credits
like
are
a.
rolling. I'm not uninstalling that.
I remember
is
a
my-
history of you of like being worried about space and that you would delete games that you
Oh,
weren't playing.
yeah. Well, yeah, of course. Is that not a thing people do?
I mean, in this age of like terabyte drives.
I mean,
like,
I have a lot more space now than I did before. Before I had like 1 terabyte. Now I have 2. So, whatever.
you know
That's
the
neither here nor
meme.
there.
Do you know the meme of like, someone writes a Steam review where they talk like paragraph after paragraph of like how much they hated the game, but then you look at the review like hours played and it's like 400 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like a meme, right? Like
Yes.
it's funny because like Monster Hunter Wilds reviews are actually that because people play so much Monster Hunter, but like it's a game that
2,000
has
hours. This game is trash.
mostly negative. Like recent reviews are overwhelmingly like negative. Like it's been.
But what
a
is
shit show.
what is the heart of that? Like, why are they so negative?
It's them complaining
Oh.
about performance.
Sweet Summer Child? Yeah, I mean, well, I feel like it's become like something is going on in video games these days, but like where
You don't say.
people are vicious. Like it's they don't like it's like if I even have a single stutter, we're gonna torpedo this fucking game. It didn't used to be like that, but like it's been really bad for Monster Hunter where they can't like that game will never have good reviews on PC ever again. And because it's become like a whole thing. Unless it's like literally not a single person on the planet has a hitch or whatever. Now, granted, I've been playing on PS5 since launch, and I've had 0 technical issues. And I get it. I get PC gaming can be tough, but like there was a time when Monster Hunter on PC did not happen at the launch of the game. It came later because they had to figure that shit out, right?
And even
I
then,
feel
there
like,
was some rough stuff post.
A lot of Japanese developers, aren't as like accustomed to developing games on PC as maybe they are in the West, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you get a lot of rough PC ports, especially when they try to launch like simultaneously. So they've been having a rough go of it. And apparently the RE engine is good at certain things, but maybe not big open games because Dragon's Dogma 2 also had a lot of PC issues, it sounds like.
I played that entire game on PC. Didn't have a single issue.
Yeah, but like people are vicious and they will
I know.
tank those
People are-
goddamn scores. And like I'm not like no. But here's the thing, Nick. I think they're doing it because they know this is the only way that the developer will respond. and they've had to respond and say that like a big focus of after title update 3 will be focusing on performance. But for a lot of people, that's like way too late because this game came out like early this year, and
it's also like nominal responses at best. Like they come out and say it, and it takes them months to actually do something. And at the end of the day, like people are still having issues. Like they're not going to satisfy
can't play
people.
the fucking game properly, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But it's also maybe become kind of a bit, and like people are just like,
this is a question. Do Monster Hunter games, like the mainline entries, tend to have like co-development studios, like third-party outsourcing?
I mean, I feel like most large games do to some extent these
but
days.
Capcom,
but
like
especially with
it feels like Capcom,
under big umbrellas,
unless they
like
specifically highlight a developer as making this game, like it seems like everything's done in house.
That's
so I have to
true.
wonder, like maybe what Capcom actually needs is to start working with some partners.
Gross.
Just for but like for optimization purposes, man.
What?
Just like get like a
Look,
developer
look.
like Nixus.
Okay, you're gonna make Brad vomit. Okay, let's and maybe Crispy. Okay, let's. I didn't want to talk about Monster Hunter performance for the next 45 minutes, so let's keep it rolling. We've already talked about Silksong. I actually think that was quite astute what you said earlier, Brad, during trailer talk, is that like definitively like what happened with the Silksong announcement, and what you could feel it in the announcement was that like Jeff Keighley was like, please, you can't let me go out there again without at least being able to mention Silksong. So this
the rest of this show is going to suck if I don't have any Silksong shit.
They practically opened the show with, hey, by the way, here's some footage of Silksong, and don't forget there's going to be an announcement on Thursday. And it's coming out this year, 100% guaranteed. So that's crazy. Whatever. We can move on from that. We already talked about it.
Shows are so bad now, though, right?
I mean, there were some guys. I think it's just
It's at a 3-hour event that's purposely built around showing us commercials. He somehow commercializes the commercials, and it feels
okay.
bad.
Well,
Dude,
what
he's
you're
making
describing,
so much money off of this shit.
What you're describing is, there's a weird line between like what you're describing, which I think is just like the length of these shows and like all of the bullshit you have to like wade through to get to the actual stuff you want to watch, which is really just the reveals and the announcements, versus like the quality of those announcements. Because I feel like a lot of the immediate reaction after the show is over is, well, that sucked. Like people are unhappy with like what was shown, which sure, that does happen sometimes. But I think it's also just like, it just kind of depends on who you are and what you're looking forward to. I got the lineup that was shown today. To me, actually, there was quite a bit of stuff that I'm interested in.
There's so many. There's still a lot of like free.
I wish it wasn't
shit and like
yeah. There's that shit.
Souls likes. There's so many of these like.
But like, when did Souls likes become a bad thing? Let's be real.
Like in the past couple of years.
I think that's bullshit.
There's been a lot of
dude,
bad
Souls likes. Are you excited about Swords of Legends, Nick?
I actually was looking at the Swords of Legends trailer thinking, is this Black Myth Wukong 2? Like for a hot second.
I didn't want to fucking say it, but like there's been so many of these. And you know, whatever, man. They're fucking. You get paid, Nepo baby Dorito Pope. Fuck you.
I was interested in watching the trailer for Swords of the Legends because I was like, it looks like it might scratch that Black Myth Wukong itch, which I definitely have. But then they closed the show out by announcing a new Black Myth Wukong game. So
and there's also 5 other games in the showcase like Swords of Legends. If
that is true, that is fair. That is fair. There was one point where they started showing a trailer and I was like, this actually looks really fucking cool. And for a second I was like, is this a trailer for Control 2 or something? This looks wild. And then it turned out to be a trailer for Gamescom.
I remember
like
that. Yeah.
for the for the event. That? I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, it could. Hey, look at it this way: it could have been a 45-minute direct for Kirby Air Riders.
It's fair.
Which,
it's fair.
Holy shit! Like they talked about Kirby Air Riders for 45 minutes. I've not watched any of that. Is
I
there,
haven't watched any of it.
Version out there? Is there a condensed version?
I
remember when they did this for Smash Brothers one time, and it was just 30 minutes.
It's that again, except Sakurai added a second button to play with to play this game.
It's 45
that's what that meme
minutes.
was about.
Yeah. No, the best thing today was the memes that were popping off that. There's the picture of Bush getting notified that another plane has hit the second tower, and it's like Sakurai has added a second button. It's like, what the Christ?
You know the memes,
Yeah.
but you didn't watch the thing?
No, because I had
Chris
no
Davis
fucking
is-
interest in another racing game right now.
Chris Davis is in his meeting like,
What
I
a
can't watch
racing
this
game,
event,
right?
but I am here on my phone for the memes.
That happened this morning, motherfucker. I saw the meme this morning.
That's fair. That's fair.
Dude,
Okay, look.
there are so many 29 to 31 and a half year olds that are excited about Air Riders right now. And no one else. Because what the fuck, dude? No one cared about Kirby's Air Ride. It was a lame game and it didn't score well. And I don't know what kind of dirt Sakurai has on Nintendo that they let him make another one of these. But
there must be like a contingent, like, I will not make the next Smash Brothers unless you've let me make Kirby Air Riders too.
No, I believe it. But like this motherfucker could have said another Kid Icarus game, but he chose Kirby Air Ride. Come on, dude. People loved that 3DS Kid Icarus game. They
It is
loved
kinda
Even
cool.
if they did a like HD port remaster onto like modern controls and stuff, people would like lose their minds. People have been wanting that for years.
I think people would be happy to see that. I don't think they'd be losing their minds, because the thing about that Kid Icarus game was that it was one of those key launch titles for the 3DS where they were really emphasizing the technology. Like,
yeah, but that stuff was bad. The controls were bad. So if they ported
yeah.
it and gave it good controls, but what people loved about that game was like the story and the characters and writing, believe it or not, and like the presentation. So if they ported that or did a sequel to that, like I think people would. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen these threads of Kid Icarus hungry people, not the threads of weird Kirby Air Ride fans.
Are they hungry or are they
Weird
just
Kirby
thirsty?
Air Ride fans.
It's a very narrow range of people who give a shit about Kirby Air Ride.
Hey, can we for a second just
Get back to the list.
what the fuck is going on with Call of Duty Black Ops 7? Why does that? I know that's not really any of our jams here. I didn't pay super close attention to it because I'm not really a Call of Duty person. But like, I watched like the initial trailer for it, and I had flashbacks to Summer Game Fest where they did the whole trailer and we're like, what the fuck is this? It looks like a horror game. And then it turned out to be Black Ops 7. I was like, that is the weirdest thing. And I don't know why. I wasn't expecting that vibe to carry over into the actual game, but it's like the whole game looks like it's influenced by like the Scarecrow sequences in Arkham Asylum. Like the world's all fucked up and twisted and like creepy and shit. And I'm like,
Okay,
this
so
is
let me
Call
talk
of Duty
about this.
now. Like,
Let me talk about this. Okay, so the thing about Treyarch's Black Ops games is that they are all canon to one another. They're not anthology games, so you constantly see the same characters popping up over and over. Well,
that's fine.
this is supposed to be a sequel to Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is a game in which a lot of characters are killed, and you have the antagonist, the guy from the trailer, he's dead in every scenario of the ending. So Treyarch being Treyarch, if this is a direct sequel, they have to do kind of that cerebral bullshit.
Which
And
I'm not
also,
saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a really weird. Also, my biggest takeaway was like, I was thinking about it today and I was like, there's no way there's been 6 Black Ops games. I can maybe name 3. There's been that many Black Ops games since
three's big thing.
Throw the number on the end.
Three's big
Okay,
thing was
fine,
that it was a
fair enough.
4-player co-op game. 4 did not have a single player campaign. They canceled the campaign and launched it in the success of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds as a battle royale called Blackout. Then they did Cold War, which came out several years ago,
Which we're counting that as a Black Ops game.
which is essentially Black Ops 5. And then 6 came out 2 years ago.
Okay, so that's where they snuck a few of them by me there. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, God, I cannot. I could think of. Like when I think of Black Ops, I still think about the original Black Ops, like was it Vietnam or whatever. Like that's still my associate. I was like, how have there been 5 more games, and I couldn't fucking name one of them.
Also,
Aside
I'm going to
from
say it
dropping the
right
number
now.
at the end, Brad.
The game that I've started that I was going to talk about next week is Black Ops 6.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh shit!
Holy shit.
I am out of town next week, by the way.
Wait,
Can I talk about Fumes now? Because I'm
wait,
playing
Brad, what the fuck are you
We've
talking
got
about? We're
more
not
to
even
talk
halfway
about,
through these
bitch.
things.
We're not
Look,
halfway through. That can't be true.
Well, first of all, you hijacked this to talk about Monster Hunter for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Look,
The most
You did.
relevant thing to anyone at the showcase.
I'm gonna let you just take it over, Brad. Tell us about Fumes, then we can close this bitch out.
Wait. Look, Nick. We can have more time on opening night live, but can we do actual highlights before we move on?
Yeah, what do you think I've been trying to fucking do?
Well, what else you got? Give me the rundown of what else you wanted to hit, and we can all vote on what we want to talk about.
Onimusha Way of the Sword.
Yes.
Okay, that one's cool. I think it looks pretty good.
The first time they've shown this game, for me personally, where I've been like, okay, I think I
disagree.
now I'm kind of into this. I don't know what it was.
The last couple of times they've shown it, it looked cool. They just haven't really shown like extended amounts of the game. But
I think they've been so focused on showing just like kind of like generic sword action gameplay that I've been kind of like, but like where are like the latent horror vibe, like survival horror vibes, or like the exploration, like the world outside of just like slashing things with a sword.
that's
and I
kind of
feel
what
like
they showed though, was slashing things with swords.
They showed a lot of that in today's trailer, but and I think also this trailer kind of featured some music that really was nostalgic to me in terms of it reminded me of like Onimusha 1 and 2 a lot. So like this was the first time I watched this trailer and was like, okay, for the first time I feel like this feels like a sequel to Onimusha.
I still don't know what this game is though.
I mean, I don't know either. I mean, I know I'm not going to get what I truly want.
Or what?
I know I'm not going to get what I truly want, which is more of a spiritual successor
Classic
to the first
Resident
Onimusha
Evil
game.
Yeah, you're definitely not
But
gonna
at the
get that.
very least, I would like it to be more like 2, maybe. But whatever.
I think the combat looks a little clunky, but there are
Honestly,
aspects of it that I think look cool. But they've
I
shown
think-
like him fighting like non-humans in the previous trailers.
I think the thought about 2 being the inspiration for the gameplay, that actually kind of sounds right in my head. If you think about the environments that they've shown, and if you played 2 and know the world structure of how I'm not saying it's Soulsian, but you're unlocking secret entrances and exits that are shortcuts between sections of the world. I can picture that being what's here.
mean,
Plus, I mean, they just
biggest
they
fear-
just released the remaster of 2.
Yeah, my biggest fear with Way of the Sword is that it's going to ultimately end up just being kind of a linear action game, and I want there to be more to it than that. We don't really have a good idea yet, but like this trailer did seem to imply there are definitely like slower sections that are focused on exploration, and it had the vibes that I've been looking for from the trailers. I don't know. It looks pretty good. Still coming out 2026, so it's still a ways away. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of it before that. Let's see. We're clearly not going to talk about Zero Parades. So let's talk about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2,
I mean,
which is coming out. Which I think
there's a lot of baggage
biggest,
there. They showed a new trailer, and
I mean,
it's
there's a
still
lot of
gonna be
baggage.
probably.
This game, as far as I knew or thought, it was that like they handed it off to the Chinese room famously, like not that long ago.
It wasn't
I feel
like
like
a here you go.
Three
There's
or 4 years ago, they handed off.
Was that 3 or 4 years ago? God, fuck,
Yeah,
time
it
has
wasn't fucking
no
time.
meaning anymore. I feel like it was like a year ago. That's clearly not true though. But like, they basically started the project. I don't know about from scratch, but like they went back to the drawing board a bit. They handed it off to the Chinese room, which is
It looked bad
studio-
before,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of controversy with writers and stuff getting let go or fired because they're shitty and
but
But
this
also-
trailer didn't look bad.
No, it
didn't look
actually
bad,
looks
but it
good.
was
Like
a-
they didn't show the RPG aspects of it where you're talking to characters and have dialogue trees and all
They
that.
showed
but
some of it. I mean, like
the combat
you didn't get
looks
an idea of like the
good.
interface or anything, but like it looks wild, and there was some like sneaking around on rooftops and stuff as a vampire, which I don't know. It kind of
Yeah.
reminded me of my time with the first game, in a way. But like, what kind of blew my mind more than anything was that the trailer ended with a fucking release date of October.
October
So-
21st.
yeah.
That is not a game that I thought I was going to be playing, or I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm not going to play it if it scores terribly. But like, it's not a game I thought
The
was
chance
even
of
going
this
to be
game
on our
being a
radar.
winner is slim,
Pretty slim.
honestly. I will be
Um,
super surprised if this game pulls off anything remotely living up to the original, much
Yeah.
less just being a good video game.
I mean, holding it up to
mean,
the original at this point feels almost
It's a sequel.
unrealistic.
Unfair.
it's Bloodlines 2. They could have made any game in the Vampire the Masquerade universe. This is a
Yeah,
sequel
but
to
can you
Bloodlines.
compare Fallout 3 to Fallout 1 and 2?
Sure, why not?
I mean, I feel like they're drastically different.
Speaking of
experiences.
Fallout, I just wanted to briefly
Also,
mention.
also, Bloodlines was like a first/third person like action RPG. It's not like the difference between Fallout 3 and Fallout 1.
I'm just
be
willing
fair,
to give
Those are
the
different
China-
genres almost.
I'm willing to give Chinese Room a considerable amount of leverage because they are rescuing a project. And
quote unquote.
you
their
know
games,
that no
man.
matter what, at the end of the day, that they're mostly working within that existing design to just complete it and make it function. So
We don't know the details.
we actually
really.
don't know that because this did look
they've
quite a bit
shown
different.
off plenty of Bloodlines 2 before it,
Not
the
plenty.
switch
It was
over.
not plenty, and it was shit that was not even supposed to be seen by the public, man. It
Yes.
looked like shit. It was stuff that was leaked.
But the foundations
like
were
a lo-
there.
Like, here's
What's-
the thing: Chinese rooms prior to this made like walking sims, and even those were
The
kinda
vanishing of
mid.
Ethan Carter and things
They were
of that
kind of
nature.
mid. Some of those.
Still
you
Wakes the Deep?
know?
Wait, did they make the vanishing of Ethan Carter?
I heard Still Wakes
No.
the Deep was kind of mid. They made like a Machine for Pigs, Amnesia, a Machine
yeah.
for Pigs.
My favorite Amnesia game.
Is that true?
Yeah, I think it
That's
is
not
true.
That's not
I
true.
actually-
you really liked
yeah.
that bunker one, and the original one. Is
Oh yeah,
goated.
yes.
What are you
sorry,
talking
I
about?
do.
Oh,
Sorry, the
they
bunker is definitely my favorite.
they did
And
not.
the original.
Machine.
They
Eh.
did Dear Esther. They didn't do The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Yeah.
And
I
they
just
did
realized that.
Everyone's-
I named like
Everybody's
the
Gone
one
to the
walking
Rapture.
sim.
Wait,
I named like the one walking
Nick, straight
simulator
up,
not
straight
made
up.
by.
Machine for Pigs is the Amnesia game that we
I
like
love
the least,
Machine for
right?
Pigs. No, I love Machine for Pigs. My least favorite is probably Rebirth.
Well,
honestly.
Rebirth. What even was Rebirth?
That
Not
was the
very-
Egyptian
not
one.
very-
That was an original Amnesia game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
thought
from
like
Frictional.
I thought that was like a remaster.
That was
No,
a
that was-
that was an actual Amnesia sequel from Frictional Games.
Oh.
Yeah, it was their
I never
first
played
game
that.
after Soma.
Yeah.
Did you say
Yeah.
they did? Did you say they did Dear Esther?
Yes.
Isn't
that
That's,
like-
that's the Chinese Room's
Isn't
first
that
game.
like the text of modern walking simulators?
Yeah, it
Yes.
was also like
Yes.
20 minutes long, right?
Yeah.
I'm just
Those
saying, like
people are
going
gonna
from
make-
walking sims that
Yeah.
were like, average
Bloodlines
about like a
was like chasm.
77
almost-
on Metacritic to following up
Bloodlines
Bloodlines
was like
is
an
crazy.
M sim almost. Like
Yeah.
Yes, no, absolutely it was
Like,
slash
that's
RPG. Like it was a crazy thing.
I cannot wait to see what the final product looks like, whether for better or
I
worse.
don't want it to be like I don't want to like it. Look, it's gonna come out and it's gonna be disappointing, like we always knew, even long before Chinese Room was involved. And I don't want that reality, but I know that's what's gonna happen.
It could
And-
end up making a name for itself as like a good game in its own right without being too. You know what I mean? Like it could still like it may be like not a great comparison to the original, but still find its own identity and like end up being a decent game on its own. I don't know if that's true. Whatever. We'll talk about that when it comes out because it's going to be a hot topic of conversation. Look, a couple more highlights. I just wanted to make sure we mention.
If it's like a good game, but it's just like a straightforward like first-person shooter, like they made a Doom game that's.
I don't think that's the case here, though. There are definitely sequences.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's going to be more like
RPG elements,
or just like they've made like vampire games that are almost like Telltale likes or whatever.
It has to be Cyberpunk 2077 or bust.
All right. Quick, a few more highlights. Real quickly, I want to rattle these off. I just want to mention they announced the Sekiro anime, which I thought actually looked kind of cool. And they showed the first trailer for the season 2 of Fallout, which I think continues to look pretty awesome. But the last two things on here I want to make sure we mention, we talked about this during trailer talk, Resident Evil Requiem was shown off. But, with the huge caveat, it was kind of disappointing on all fronts because what they showed was primarily focused on like very prologue-y stuff, very story-driven stuff, no actual like gameplay. You didn't get to see Leon.
They did during the last showing. We want to see the video game now, please.
I thought this was going to show us Leon in Raccoon City and end with, hey, play a demo today, and none of those things happened.
No. My understanding is that this trailer is based on the press demos that happened like last month or the month before.
That's still true, right? No, the shit they showed at the last fucking Keighley thing was what the
Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, Summer Game Fest where
but I thought they included this footage.
Creature lady was like chasing them around and they were kind of walking around as the girl alone. That was what the press played.
Yeah, that seems like an actual like vertical slice of the game itself. What we got today,
something like they would release in a demo, I think, honestly.
Yeah,
which to me would be disappointing. I want to know what it feels like to like fight things,
This was very just like focused on introducing one of the main characters who I'm not even I'm guessing. Look, this trailer was kind of a big nothing burger, which was a huge disappointment.
Like that Death Stranding 2 trailer from the last game.
Yeah, and it's coming out in February, so I'm guessing we'll maybe see this again at the Game Awards or something. I don't fucking know, but like they're running out of time to like start showing the game proper.
TGS is also coming up next month. They could do.
TGS is coming. That's actually probably makes a lot more sense than the Game Awards. I'm guessing we'll see. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, show us something of actual substance at Tokyo Game Show.
TGS is also a nothing burger. Am I right?
I mean, it's declined in recent years. Yeah, I agree with you, but it's an opportunity to do it.
And then they closed the show out with the announcement of the sequel to Black Myth Wukong, which apparently is still in very early development. It's called Black Myth
Zong took
Kui.
like 8 years to develop. So
yeah, but I mean now they have the foundation, they have the engine, they know what works, what didn't work. So like this seems primed to like be out in like 3 years or something to me.
I don't know. We'll see.
But since I'm the only Black Myth Wukong fan here, we can move on.
Wait, hang on. Whoa. You're skipping out on the most important game.
Okay, here we go. He's about to do it. Go ahead.
You don't want to talk about Silent Hill F?
Oh, actually, I forgot about that. What? I guess I didn't write that down for some reason. Why didn't I write that down?
Bro!
Okay, you're right. I didn't.
It's a
yeah, sorry. They showed an extended trailer with the first taste of like the English voice acting for Silent Hill F coming out next month. I am very excited about this. I want to be clear. Very excited about it. We talked about this during trailer talk.
Silent Hill developed by Gaijins.
Look.
You know what makes that so good? It's how Nick said Gaijins. Or sorry, Brad said Gaijins.
Yeah. I love the whole Nick hates Japanese thing as much as anybody, but that was the lamest thing you've ever fucking said, Brad. That was embarrassing.
It's supposed to sound
that
lame.
Was so embarrassing for you.
That's the joke.
I think this game continues to look pretty cool, and I'm so happy that they're branching out and trying new things and letting other developers take a stab at this franchise.
Am I reading into it too much to think that there
Let's
might
give the
be
Japanese
kind of
a shot at this Japanese franchise.
No, it's God damn it, Brad. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
But like this is the first like Silent Hill game that's like notably set outside of Silent Hill. And I said it before. I was watching this trailer and I was like, it feels like I feel like I'm watching a trailer for like a new Siren game, and I know that the creator of Siren was the creator of the original Silent Hill. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't get tons of Silent Hill vibes from this trailer. I'm just hoping that at the end of the day, after I've like when credits are rolling on Silent Hill F, that I feel like I just played a game in the Silent Hill franchise. But we'll see. I'm very excited. This comes out like in less than a month, or actually just over a month at this point.
Am I reading too much into it to think that there might, because it opens in such a disparate way from the rest of the trailers, and it's like a slow pan of like a crime scene with police talking over things, like,
which I thought this game was supposed to be set in like the early
the
1900s
60s.
or something.
No,
was
it's
it the 60s? Is it the 60s?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you're right. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. So
I'm like, is there? I don't know. Like maybe this.
There will
time
definitely be
travel's
some
not it.
stuff in there, some weird stuff that draws like connective tissue between other Silent Hill games thematically, I'm sure.
It
And
wouldn't be
that's
Silent
all
Hill
that
without
matters.
it.
And as Brad pointed out, she's carrying a pipe. So
And then a
Silent
Nagatana when she's look.
I saw some fog.
When she starts
Silent
Ripper
Hill,
mode?
like Fatal Frame, right? Where you would go from like present day to the past,
Yeah.
right? When shit would get.
Yeah, that
When
was
are we
what I
gonna
was
get a new
suggesting.
Fatal Frame game? I would love that.
I mean,
I would love
They
to see
keep
what a
trying.
modern-
one
People
was
don't buy them,
bad.
man.
The last
I
one
would
was
love to
bad.
see what like a modern like Fatal Frame game looks like if they put some real effort.
Remember the one on the
money
Wii
into
U?
it. I want to see it on like PS5 or something. I don't know.
They ported it to PS4 and nobody bought it.
Shut up. Okay.
What does this man know the sales of the Fatal Frame games? What are you talking about? I mean, maybe you're right, but what the fuck are you just pulling this out of your ass?
No,
Yes.
I
What did you
remember.
read?
I remember things,
Remember
man.
What? You remember what? The sales of Fatal Frame 5 for the Wii U?
4 was on the Wii U.
And slash
5,
PS4?
5
I'm
was
looking at
ported
Brad.
to the.
I'm looking at Brad, and I feel like Crispy is raising his hand so he can tell us about the Fatal Frame sales numbers.
It's crazy.
Excuse me.
It's crazy.
Excuse me.
5 was on the Wii U, yes. Also, 3 people bought a Wii U, so I'm not surprised the sales were bad.
That is
But
fair.
it also wasn't very good.
All right.
It's not very good.
I'm done with Gamescom. Brad, we have one game to talk about this week, and Brad's got it.
But
Brad's
it's
got us.
10:30. We can literally just talk about it next week.
God damn it, Brad.
Don't goddamn it me, it's 10:30.
I mean, you're
A
right.
single segment
I do.
show. Single segment show. This is worse than second segment, bitch. This is like I'm now in the 4-player minute talking about my game,
All right,
we
fine. Fuck it.
We pushed your game. We kicked it out.
which is fine.
This
I mean,
is
but the thing is,
the-
I could play a lot more of this game. I
What
have
is
not
it?
played that much.
What is it? Is that the Jimmy Kimmel bit where he's like, we've run out of he's like, tonight we have Matt Damon on, but we've run out of time. That's what this is. That's
Wait,
I
what
gotta
we're
be
doing
honest
to
with you.
Brad.
I don't know Jimmy Kimmel bits.
how much of Fumes did you play?
Yes.
Give me a minute count here.
a few.
Well,
Fumes.
Steam says 2 hours, bro.
Okay, all right,
Also,
okay.
There's not.
Because
Fine,
I'm
run-
the
run
authority
the
of bringing
footage.
footage here that I only play for 45 minutes. I'm the authority there.
You're the authority of not bringing.
I expect
footage
at
for games
minimum
that
for
you
people to play more than an
play.
hour of a game.
Brad, I need you to make a decision right now. It's either Fumes or 4-player minute. Go.
You cut out when you said the or. Fumes or what?
Fumes or the 4-player minute.
Chat. So what-
Oh my god.
Um,
You should have just
my
taken the
4-player
opening when I
minute
gave it to you.
My 4-player minute is the video game Fumes. I feel like I played a 4-player minute's worth of Fumes, or maybe they've released a 4-player minute's worth of content for the early access game Fumes. I don't actually buy early access games, but this was, relatively inexpensive, and I have been watching the television show Twisted Metal.
How's that going?
Which has been
With Anthony
better
Mackie?
than the last season. Like they're doing actual like competition stuff. there's some supernaturally stuff now that Calypso's around, I feel like, and I don't know. I mean, and the dude from Barry's hamming it up as Calypso, so that's pretty fun. Like the show is getting more fun.
You gonna roll that footage, Chris Davis?
Like, you know, like
Sure.
they're is he not rolling footage?
He's not rolling the footage.
We're in the 4-player
He's-
minute. We don't roll footage
It's
in
like,
the 4-player
what am I,
minute.
Chris Davis
He's
here
missing.
with no
Oh
footage?
God, what has he done? He's missing all the cues.
You fucked it up for me. So I fucked this up. There you go. Now it's
I
fixed.
love it, dude.
My
Let's keep
fault.
that.
My fault.
It is.
I will say Twisted Metal, on the topic of Twisted Metal, it is, they are doing more like actual tournaments. And the thing about Twisted Metal games is if you win the Twisted Metal competition, Calypso grants you a wish. And they're not riding around that on the television.
Why would they? Why would
So
they?
like Calypso they all are all talking about their wishes and stuff. And they're actually doing like car combat and stuff. And there's still like maybe too much out of car stuff. But you know, the Twisted Metal show for Peacock was never going to get enough of a budget to like where they're constantly in cars doing car combat. But like there's enough
Have
of
they
it, and
shown
I said it
Axel
before,
yet?
And also, yes, Axel is in season 2. And yes,
Nuts.
it is like anytime it is not a close up, it is a CG Axel, because how else do you do Axel? It is a man who is literally between two giant wheels.
He is an axle
And-
between two wheels. Yeah.
Yes. Now in the games, he can't get out of the wheels, but in the show he can. He's not like his father did not strap him to these wheels when he was a child, and he can't ever get out of them like in Twisted Metal Black or whatever. But it is pretty good.
That'd be a bridge too far.
It's very corny and slapstick, and it's weird because I feel like there's no other show I've ever seen that has like a vibe like this. I still don't know who it's for, but I'm going to keep watching it because they figured something out, and it's definitely better than season 1. I still don't think Anthony Mackie has any fucking riz. He thinks he does. He ain't that funny. Whatever.
I agree with that.
But what about Fumes?
Yeah, especially since I'm playing footage of
Fumes
it.
is a game that has a nice look to it, and that made me want to play it.
Say no more.
Well, and it's a car combat game, and there's not a lot of those, but it has a really nice look to it. And there's not a lot of car combat games I wanted to play. Combat game, but I will say this game is in early access, and it doesn't feel like there's a ton here. I don't even understand what the structure is. All I know is you turn the game on, and you're just kind of driving around, and you can like get into fights, and there's like mission types, and there's bosses out in the world, I guess. But you're trying to get into these encounters because you want to. Because that's the way you get like parts for your car, and you're trying to upgrade those parts and get new parts for your car and get new like, you know, suspensions and like, you know, like at one point I win this fight and I swap out to like tank treads.
Like
because
while
that
you're
gives
still
me a
out in
lot
the
more
world?
health. It helps me take,
Like
No,
while
no,
you're
no.
in the world?
So like if you look at the little compass at the top, like when I'm out of combat, like you see icons for like various types of things, and one of them is like there's a big truck that's driving around that you can drive into. You kind of honk your horn and he'll stop for you, but you drive up into, and that's where you like customize your car. You're also trying to like deliver cargo to like supernatural like beings or something, which I wasn't expecting, or something. And it is like a cargo delivery game. Where did my footage go? Okay, here we are. You skipped ahead? Or
I
no,
didn't
this
do
is
anything.
after the fight. It's after the fight. I'm getting some loot. It's a bit of a strand like. Anyways, it doesn't really feel like Twisted Metal, because Twisted Metal is like an arena combat game with like vehicles that are very distinct from one another, with like special abilities.
I've
that
heard
are
suggestions
very
that it's like somewhere
distinct-
between Vigilante 8 and Smuggler's Run.
You fucking heard wrong. But that's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. I mean,
I
it's
like Vigilante 8.
I don't, but it's not like Vigilante 8 at all, because Vigilante 8 was a Twisted Metal clone, and much like Twisted Metal, that was like an arena combat game. This has more, and it's not like Smuggler's Run, which is like a fucking like Crazy Taxi like or something. This game is, it feels like a kind of like a like a relatively like it feels like a dogfighting game, kind of, where like a space dogfighting game or something, where all you're doing are kind of getting into fights with like packs of enemies, and you're killing them all and getting resources to upgrade your car, so the next car combat encounter becomes easier, so you get more resources, and maybe then you'll get strong enough to be able to like take on a boss, right? And like that's just kind of the loop. You're just kind of driving around, getting into fights, and you get into like, you can find like encounters on the map at like various icons, or you can just see people driving around and just say like, yo, I'm gonna fucking, like, they're not hostile unless you initiate combat with them, and then you get into like a little fight and like you take some of their loot or whatever. But it feels very like proof of concept. I kind of felt like this when I played the demo, and like the early access is still very like proof of concept-y, but it has a nice look to it, and like the feel is very like you're bouncing all over the place, and that's definitely what they're going for, because when I get the tank treads, I'm definitely doing that less. And I do this because I fought like this boss once before, and I just got destroyed because I didn't have like a very defensive build, and I just couldn't get away from the dude fast enough. So I kind of went in with a slower build that had, you know, less boost and stuff, but just more hit points and whatnot. And I was able to like take the boss out. And, you know, that's coming up later, but I don't think we're going to talk about Fumes long enough to know. I'm going to like keep an eye on this one as far as like, what do the updates look like? I feel like this could be a early access game that maybe, like, no pun intended, like kind of spins its wheels for the next few years. And then not much else happens with it. I'm always worried about that. I was worried about that before I even bought it, but it was, you know, I kind of had the car combat bug, and there's not many options, and I'm watching Twisted Metal, and, you know, they, in their pitch, like a spiel on Steam, like the couple of sentences they wrote about the game at the top,
did the trick.
They had the word twisted in there, and to me that was enough.
And they were
Marketing
driving
is
around in
successful.
metal vehicles.
Like, yeah, Twisted Metal is an arena combat game with like really cool level design, because you're like, there's, you know, blowing up, you're knocking down the Eiffel Tower and shit, you know what I mean, to get up on the rooftops. Like, this ain't Twisted Metal, but it is a car
Does
combat.
it actually feel like, I'm looking at this footage and yeah, I know you're gonna roll your eyes when I say this, but it's like giving me, it's like little Mad Maxy, because you're just like driving through this like
Well,
open
I mean,
desert
you
kind of
are
thing.
driving, you know, scrappy vehicles in a desert. Sure, yeah, I can understand why you think that. Yeah, which, you know, honestly, it probably has more in combat with like that Mad Max car combat than like anything Twisted Metal.
Which was
uses.
my favorite car combat game.
Whatever, you fucking nerd. I'm sad that they canceled that Twisted Metal game. Here's like some little mini boss art that I'm fighting. What was I gonna say? Oh, that I really wanted to see that Twisted Metal game that got canceled, just so I can be like disappointed. I just wanted to see it though. Like, it was a multiplayer games as a service game, and that's fine. Honestly, if done right, maybe that is okay for Twisted Metal, but I was probably not going to be happy. But I just want to see it. I wanted to see all like the vehicles and like the characters, like what was their take on Sweet Tooth and his, you know, Sweet Tooth is the name of the vehicle. Whatever. By the way, Sweet Tooth, excellent on the show. It's a fun show. Watch on Peacock. Let's move on. Fumes.
We just
Maybe
canceled
we'll
our
talk about it
Peacock
more.
subscription.
What were you watching
Wah, wah.
before?
I don't know. It was,
think it also-
my wife
It
was
also
like,
has Love After Lockup. I mean,
my wife was like, "Can I cancel Peacock?" And I was like, "I thought you had Peacock because you had it for something." And she's like, "No, I don't. I don't know why we have it." And I was like,
why did y'all
why?
ever have Peacock?
I was like, "Why who got Peacock and for what reason exactly?"
I wish I had
So
Love
neither one of
Island?
us could figure
Love
it out.
Island, maybe? Were y'all
No.
watching Love Island?
Oh, the
Not
big
watching
30
Love
Rock
Island.
rewatch. The big 30
But, like,
Rock rewatch.
I mean, Robin like goes to sleep listening to 30 Rock, but she does it usually on Hulu. So
I don't know. I feel like that's a little too manic for a go to sleep show.
she switches between 30 Rock and Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers is more chill. Well,
In her separate bedroom.
King of the Hill.
No,
is
she has
like
one of those-
literally
she
what
has one of
Malia
those-
goes to sleep to.
Eye masks that has speakers in it, that like syncs to her phone.
But you guys do have 2 separate bedrooms, right?
Really?
We
It's a whole
we
I
do,
Love Lucy thing. Yeah.
we do not have 2 separate bedrooms.
But
You
like,
bitch.
Full-size beds? 2 full-size beds next to each other with like a
No.
desk in between?
No, definitely not. Keep going. Keep trying. Oh my god. All right. Who's going next? 4-player minute. Chris Davis.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to mention my 4-player minute what I was going to be playing, which is Black Ops 6. I'm kind of having a little fun with it, but I've only played like a level and a half, so I don't know, like, I don't know. I've got such a disdain for Call of Duty, but I'm so curious about a sequel to the most interesting title they ever made in that franchise. I want to see what that is. So I haven't seen the new trailer for 7, so...
I feel like we need to rethink our Joseph visitations, because I can only handle so much rebel building talk. And I know Joseph loves talking about fucking Call of Duty and Battlefield and modern military shooters. And I love that man, but like, we do not see eye to eye on some of these games.
I'm going to text Joseph and tell him to come on the show randomly and bring as much Call of Duty talk or Battlefield talk.
I'm sure he loves Battlefield 6. I bet he's...
honestly, that would be the perfect opportunity to have Joseph back, assuming he's actually playing Battlefield. But yeah.
Other than that...
I'm more of a George kind of guy. I want to know what George has been playing lately.
Get in touch, George.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Chris Davis. Go ahead.
2 other things I wanted to mention real quick to fit into a minute. Good thing. Lost in Cult announced their next book, and it's all about Alan Wake 1 and 2. And it looks fucking awesome.
Yes, Lost in Cult, they do really beautiful
They
books.
do incredible
I
quality.
can't tell if Brad's being...
I'm being sincere.
Big beautiful.
Oh, okay.
And you could buy the standard editions of these books for like 50 pounds because they're British. But
there's also a Final Fantasy new Final Fantasy Tactics art book that's coming out, and there is a UFO 50 players guide that they have up for pre-order on Fangamer, which is so sick.
Yeah,
so fucking sick. I am not getting a physical copy of the game. You can buy the edition that comes with that player's guide and the physical copy of the game. I don't really buy physical copies much these days, but I definitely ordered the player's guide because that is so hype. Yeah. Because it's like it's 50 games in a retro style player's guide, and honestly, for a lot of those games, the player's guide would be so perfect, dude. I can't. It's just a sick ass pizza.
Is that from the same company that Chris Davis is talking about?
No. Lost in Cult
it's
is
different.
Like more bougie.
They're very bougie, but they're very cool. Like
I wonder if that's the.
I'll get you the link, Nick, but it looks fucking cool.
Robin got like the most expensive looking Elden Ring book.
Did it have a very nice sleeve on it? Did it have a very nice sleeve? I feel like Lost in Cult has nice sleeves.
Way more than a sleeve.
Yeah, it's got a full separate sleeve of Return, the book Alan was writing for Alan Wake 2. It's also got a full-size poster map of Bright Falls. You can even get it.
This thing's $124.
You also there's a manuscript for Return as well. So
that's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty
cool.
badass.
Yeah.
Also, whatever. Lost in Cult, they do a lot of cool stuff.
Robin's playing Alan Wake 2 for the first time right now, by the way.
Oh, really?
Thought I mentioned that, yeah.
Okay. Well, have her finish it, then have her play it again with the final draft.
Oh, I still need to do that myself. Okay.
The final draft adds so much to it.
I know.
Honestly.
I know. I mean, it's inevitable. That's what I'm going to play when I eventually
They
get
also
back to
did the
it.
Jacob Geller book. Which,
Immortality? Yeah.
No. They did Jacob Geller's like book that includes like writings from his various videos and stuff. And that looks fucking gorgeous too.
All right, Crispy.
Also, can I just throw out that Ubisoft announced a Splinter Cell anime, and I hate myself.
Crispy, you're up.
Oh, I don't know. What was that one thing they announced? It was like a hero tank shooter at Gamescom.
World of Tanks 2.0 or something?
No. There's another one.
Heat? Was it Heat?
Heat. Yeah, are you excited about that, Brad?
I mean,
Is
the
that a
trailer
you
was
thing?
pretty fun.
Is that a you
The trailer
thing?
was pretty fun. No. Wait,
Interesting. Vehicle combat?
why would it be a me thing?
Vehicle combat?
Tank combat is not car
Oh,
combat.
But you love tank controls.
Ha!
What?
That's true.
There is.
The math adds up.
Boom!
Oh, haha!
There is a famous.
Don't let 'em
custom
lie to you,
vehicle
people.
On tank treads.
What
It's
what
a
is
station wagon on tank treads.
Did you ever play that Star Wars Twisted Metal? I remember that back in the day. That was fun.
That game sucks ass, dude.
That was fun. I didn't like. I
No,
like
it
that game.
wasn't.
I enjoyed
Stop
that
it,
game.
dude.
That was fun.
What was that game called? I know exactly what you're
Demolition?
talking about.
It was called Star
No.
Wars
Was it
Was it
Twisted
just
Metal.
called Star Wars Demolition or something?
I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I thought I was gonna be done with Death Stranding. I'm not. I'm very close. I'm very, very close. But the end of that game is a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. But I've made significant progress. I'm in the home stretch. Fantastic so far. Like, it's just getting crazy. Some really weird things.
that
happening.
last act goes a little apeshit.
Wait, you?
I'm not in the last act yet, so I'll get there. But
I didn't even
Okay.
know Chris Davis was playing this.
yeah, I didn't know you were playing it either.
No, I played Death Stranding 1. I thought you were
We're
talking about
talking
Death
I'm
Stranding
talking
1.
about 2. I'm talking
No.
about 2.
Okay, I didn't hear you say 2. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck
this
happened?
Is already like this is already kind of well beyond what happened in 1. It's great though. It's fantastic. I'm sad that it's wrapping up. What else was I gonna? Monster Hunter, Final Fantasy 14. That's cool. That's fun. I went back and started playing Rise again with my roommate.
Son of Rise.
Because that's like the only one he can.
off.
That's the only one he can
okay.
play.
Fair.
And I fucking miss the wire bugs so much.
Dude.
I miss the wire bugs so much. It's so much fun. But the one thing about playing Greatsword is that now I've built muscle memory for Wilds where like I'm holding L2 to like do focus strikes and to like change my direction while I'm like in the middle of a fucking charge.
Oh my
you
god,
can't
we're
do
so
that.
spoiled now.
Not only
we're so spoiled.
Not
now.
only can you not do that in Rise, but if you try to do it in Rise, you throw a wire bug and it just like shoots you across the map. Like, so like you're trying to like line up this perfect shot, and then all of a sudden you're like 20 feet away. Like it's fun. I don't know. It's great. It's so good. I love Monster Hunter. And let's see. And I think maybe that was it.
Cool.
Death Stranding.
Sweet.
They all wear these jackets in Death Stranding too that like look really super cool. And I looked them up and they sell them and they're like $1,900. Like
That checks out.
that's
That
crazy.
fucking checks out.
It is crazy.
I'm looking at all this Lost to Random stuff. Some of the stuff I didn't even know about. They have a Citizen Sleeper book. They sell the
Yeah.
dice from Citizen Sleeper, and they're sold out.
I want to get the Valhalla book. It doesn't ship until next year though. So.
Your indie game Valhalla. I was thinking
Yeah.
of
The bartender.
Cyberpunk
Assassin's
Bartender Action
the
Valhalla.
bartender one.
Yeah.
Dude, the animal one looks good. You know they have a Mundan book, Nick?
A Moondon? They have a Moondon
Yeah.
book? I love Moondon.
Moondon. They have
Dude.
this whole thing for Haunty as well, man. It's like they don't know which of these games are going to be popular, but they have to start this shit or something.
Dude, I feel like I
It's
need to go spend some time on this website and probably spend more money than I should. Okay,
Dude,
my
you
4-player
will.
minute.
like your bougie purchase.
The only thing I warn you is that if it's a pre-order, it takes them a very long time. The Alan Wake
Dude,
book
Robin
is
was waiting
it's
for
not
over
shipping
a
in-
year.
The Alan Wake book is not set to ship until Q4 2026.
Dude, that's fine. Robin pre-ordered that crazy Elden Ring book that I mentioned, and she was waiting for over a year, but when she got it, she was so happy.
Okay.
So my 4-player minute starts now. I'll just say I've been playing a lot of Donkey Kong. For whatever reason, I kind of like, because I'm overwhelmed with games, too many games to play, I was like, I gotta like kind of like pick one that I think I can I can focus on finish, and Donkey Kong kind of became it for me. So
Dude.
I'm blasting through that game now. I have all the different transformations. I'm making good progress.
This is so
I will have
good.
that game finished this weekend, almost certainly.
Dude.
It's fun. The game's pretty fun.
The immortality
I fucking hate you.
package. They have like the movie posters from the different movies. They have movie
Yeah.
tickets from the movies. They have the
Yeah.
3 scripts from the different movies. This shit looks so good.
Yeah.
They have a soundtrack on a cassette tape. They have signed Polaroids.
I linked you the Mondwan store.
I know.
page.
I see it. I see it. Can we finish this so we can? Okay.
You
No.
just did.
Lastly-
You're playing Donkey Kong.
Lastly, I'm also the game I've been kind of wanting to spend time on so I could talk about it on the show is Heartworm, but I just haven't found the right time to play more of it. So my hope is that next week I'll be able to talk about Heartworm. But yeah, also September is gonna be fucking crazy. Lots of stuff coming out. Silent Hill F.
October is so fucked, man.
Ghost of Yotei is October, right? Not September.
Ghost of Yotei, like there's
Thank
so many things. It's gonna be a very
Yeah.
fucking busy month.
It's gonna
Dude,
be
we
a
could be
busy couple
playing
months.
Silksong this week.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Okay, that's what I wanted to say. I was like, there's the smallest, slimmest possibility that Silksong drops this
It's
week,
not
and if
that
that
slim
happens
anymore. It's not that slim.
It's. I mean, I'm just saying. It's possible, and that's crazy to me. But yeah, I'm super excited to see what happens on Thursday with that because Lord
think
knows
about-
we've all been
think about this.
itching for it.
We could be
Dude,
playing
these are big
Silksong,
movie posters.
Mina the Hollower, and fucking what was it called?
That's nothing. Hades 2, Slay the Spire 2, big guns are supposed to be coming out this year.
Yeah,
Mm,
Crazy.
that's bananas.
Big
all
fucking
within 60 days.
guns.
Oh fuck! Robin's been walking around the house saying "ooh banana," and I can't.
Dude,
I can't. This is-
She's trying to tell you something, Nick.
Oh my god, you're right, guys. I've got to go.
She needs potassium. That's what she's. That's
I
what
keep
she
playing. I keep.
All
I
right,
keep.
don't make this gross.
That is pretty gross. All right, guys. Thank you
Bananas
so
are
much for
filled with
listening.
potassium. Okay.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Of course, we record these podcasts live every Tuesday night on twitch.tv/4Player podcast. You can also tune in at 8 p.m. We usually start the show off by watching game trailers together to warm up for the show. So hopefully you'll catch us next week and beyond. In the meantime, you can find all of our episodes on 4playernetwork.com. And of course, you can subscribe on your preferred podcast platform, and most importantly, you can join us in our free Discord at discord.gg/4player. That's where the community's hanging out all the time, talking about games, movies, shows, soups, cats, dogs, all the stuff.
Shit
Be good to
posting,
each
lot
other.
of
Have a
shit
good
posting.
fucking night.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Thank you, Brad, for taking us out.